Hi, kids. um, Hi, how is everybody? That's a stupid question. Uh, um, so, as I'm sure a lot of you noticed, I actually uh, put my channel on private for a while because a lot of stuff went down. Um, I I decided to bow out of the David Thorne case because a lot of stuff is things are starting to happen. I don't want to potentially jeopardize it by releasing information that I shouldn't release. So I decided to just bow out. I don't want to possibly put David's appeals or anything in jeopardy through not 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 knowing. You know, it, David has been through all levels of state appeal. At this point, the only thing that's going to help him is either federal appeal or new evidence. And the more I look, the more new evidence is found, but I can't really release it. And that presents a real problem. So I've decided to bow out on that because his freedom is worth more to me than anything else. So I'm really hoping that he gets the help that he needs, but I can't do it the way that I would like to do it for fear of putting his freedom in jeopardy. So on top of that, right after that decision was made, my mother passed away, and it wasn't entirely unexpected, but it was pretty sudden. We had no idea that she was as sick as she was. She wouldn't tell us anything. She didn't tell us anything. And I yeah, I've kind of gone into a period of self-isolation trying to figure out my new normal because, as I'm sure many of you know, my father passed before I was born and my mom was really the only parent that I ever knew. And it's been um it's been difficult making the adjustment to my new normal. My mom and I were very close. We talked to each other several times a day. I went to see her at least once a day or every other day at the least, and it's been a big blow. And yeah, and then almost immediately after my mother passed, this coronavirus hit hard, like really hard. And right before my mother passed, I actually had accepted a new job for a company that I used to work for. They offered me not only a higher position than the one that I left, but also a higher salary. And, duh. Of course I took it. So, right as my mother passed away was when I was supposed to start the new job. And I did, because I know my mom, and she probably would have been like, Casey, you's a broke bitch. You need the money. So I the job that I work for now is in home care. I actually supervise the crew of caregivers that go and provide care for the elderly and the disabled. And so my job is actually considered vital during this whatever the fuck this is time that is happening right now. So as you can imagine, it's been interesting to say the least. And I just had finals yesterday for my second to last term, so we're only one term away from me graduating with my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And the really shitty thing is that this coronavirus actually caused my graduation ceremony to be called off completely. It's not even until May, but they called it off because of the coronavirus. And I understand. I'm not tripping on that like at all. I'm not tripping on it at all. And to be quite honest, with my mom gone, I wasn't even really sure that I wanted to walk anyway. I'll just let them mail me my fucking diploma and call it a day. So yeah, as you can imagine, this has been an extremely strange and trying time. I wasn't even sure I was going to make any videos, but then I started to think. And I decided, incidentally, this is my mother's coffee mug. This is the mug that she drank out of every single morning. And my sons and everybody decided that I was the one who should have it. So we're having coffee with Grandmama Phoenix this morning. In fact, I got to be getting to work here in a few minutes. So, but yeah, this has been interesting. So I wasn't even sure that I wanted to do any more videos for a while, but then I started to think that during this time, this is a really unprecedented time in human history. This is something that none of us alive today, very few of us alive today, have ever seen anything like this before in our lives. And those of us that have lived to see something like this were very young when it happened, because the last time that something like this happened was in 1918 with the Spanish flu. And I know that a lot of people are saying, oh, well, it's just the flu. And you know what? I'm going to be honest here. I was definitely one of those. And then I started really paying attention and understanding what all is going into this epidemic. And holy shit, y'all, what the fuck is this? And the fact that it's being, touted as the Chinese virus by our fucking moron in chief is really kind of pissing me off. Because the fact is, kids, is that all of this could have been prevented. All of this could have been handled. And the impact could have been lessened months ago. We saw this shit coming in January, and it could have been lessened months ago if people, first of all, if the mass media had, said, hey, there's this thing, and these are the easy measures to fucking do the thing. Granted, I live in a bubble, so they could have said that, and I just didn't pay attention because I live in a fucking bubble. But if you, and when I say you, I mean, you collectively, but if you wash your hands the way that they taught you to wash your hands in kindergarten, and if you had sneezed and coughed into your elbow like you're supposed to since kindergarten, this shit probably would not have spread as fast as it did. But it did. And we can only, deal with what we're dealing with now. And listen to me very, very carefully. We are a capitalist society. There is no way that the grocery stores are going to close. It's not happening, okay? People need supplies. People need food. People need toilet paper. People need paper towels. People need cleaning supplies. They need all of these things. And this capitalist society is nothing if not self-serving, which means that there is no way that stores like Walmart and Smith's and Albertsons and Publix and the Piggly Wiggly and, any of these places are going to close. None of them are going to close. Not completely, because our capitalist society needs to keep running to a degree. People need things. Pharmacies are not going to close because people need medication. Okay? So quit your panic buying. I've got people that use the services of my company that are terrified because they can't get out to the grocery stores on their own. Their caregivers need to go for them. Or when they do go, there's nothing for them to purchase. There's no paper towels. There's no toilet paper. There's no meat. There's no nothing. for them to buy. I've got fuckers from Texas driving into my fucking town and buying out my stores and thinking they're fucking clever. And then you Texans wonder why New Mexicans hate you. It's because you're entitled fuckheads. And only the entitled fucking Texans come to my goddamn state and pull this shit. You pull it during ski season, as it is, fucking coming in acting like you're better than everybody. Never mind, you're on our turf and, you know, we could make you disappear. And now you're coming into my state and you're buying out our stores. And you wonder why the locals fucking hate you. That's why. Just so you know. So first of all, if you live in a border city and you're wanting to drive across state lines to go and buy out their stores, you're a piece of shit. I'm just saying. Those residents need those things too. Second of all, you do not need 87 rolls of toilet paper. Okay? Third, do your actual research on this virus. Actually use that fucking Google for something worthwhile and actually look for real information. Don't just believe what Fox News tells you or MSNBC or any of that shit. Research it. And here's an earmark to understand if your research is accurate. Is it peer-reviewed? Most peer-reviewed articles or research or anything will appear on either government websites, educational websites, or actual .coms. Okay? If it says .org at the end, these people are usually not peer-reviewed. If it says .com, .edu, or .gov, those are the sources that you want to listen to, not fucking Wikipedia. And one of the best ways to do research, and this is how I do my research on cases, it's vent out on cases, for my papers, whatever. If I can't find 3 independent sources, 3 independently peer-reviewed, verifiable, empirical sources for that information, nope, I don't buy it. I don't buy it, and I will not report on it because there's a chance that it's bullshit. Peer-reviewed is the foundation of the scientific method. The scientific method states that unless your research, unless your experiment, unless your anything can be replicated by somebody else in a totally independent experiment of their own, it's bullshit. The results are bullshit. So if you're going to be panicking about this coronavirus, do your research and do it properly. Don't just buy whatever the fuck you see on Facebook or Twitter. For fuck's sake. Guys, come on. I mean, I know that the people that typically watch me already know what they're doing. They already know how to look for their information because you wouldn't be watching my ass if you didn't. I would hope that by now, even if at the beginning of all of this, you started out not really paying attention to shit like that over the course of the years of us being together, you would have figured out, you know, like, hey, Casey fucking cites proper sources for her research. Maybe I should fucking look for good fucking research, you know, so I'm hoping that that's the case. The fact is, kids, is that this is insanity. But you're not going to help yourself or your family by working yourself into a fucking lather over, you know, what does this disease do? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? All you're doing is you're feeding your own fear. Okay? Fact is that this shit's not going to get taken care of by tomorrow. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is something that it's going to take months to fix. This is going to take a long time. And in the meantime, we are all on quarantine. We are all having to stay at home and social distance, and that's okay. For people like me, that's not difficult. We were already fucking hermits. So in the meantime, because this is our new reality for the time being, use this time. Use this time. Research things. Learn new stuff. Read new books. You are watching me right now on the digital equivalent of the Library of Alexandria. Okay? You literally have all the information in the world, all the information that has ever been discovered at your fingertips. Use that. Use that opportunity to learn new things, learn a new skill. I mean, fuck, I'm a fire dancer, and I learned the majority of how to do my craft from YouTube tutorials. You can literally find anything you want to know online. So use this time to learn. Use this time to teach your kids. Use this time to learn new things and have an amazing conversation with your spouse. Use this time to expand yourself so that when this shit finally fucks right off, you come out of it a better person. The fact is that we have an opportunity to change the course of the human race. We're not going to be able to change all of them. Some of them just insist on being fucking stupid no matter what happens. But those of us that truly care about the world have an unprecedented opportunity to really affect real change. And it starts in your living room. It starts in your kitchen. It starts at home. Learn how to cook new recipes. Learn something, anything. I don't give a shit. Fucking learn something. Because an opportunity like this will not come again. Not in our lifetime. So, yeah, it's about time that I get my ass to work. So, I love you all. Stay safe. And I will start making some more videos on things other than the Avery case. Leave a comment down below in the... tell me, what you want me to talk about. I'll research it. I'm on spring break. I got nothing better to do. Tell me what you want to know. I love you all, and stay healthy.